Hello class, I welcome you all to this session. This session we are going to look into the steps in the formation of company. We have completed promotion and incorporation. The summary for incorporation is application to the registrar of company, filing of necessary documents such as memorandum of association, articles of association, authorized capital, so declaration, statutory declaration, all these things. Then payment of fees, registration and obtaining the certificate of incorporation. After the incorporation, so this is the step where private company can commence business without any delay. But for public company, there are two more steps, which are capital subscription. That is, public company can raise funds from the public by issuing shares and debentures. Okay, so public company is a company which raise its funds from public, so by issue of shares and debentures. Okay, for raising the funds by public company, the formalities needs to be served. They are getting SEBI's approval. SEBI is the Securities Exchange Board of India. So it is like an regulatory authority of stock market in the country. So it has to get the approval from SEBI. The second one is filing of the prospectus with the registrar of company. Prospectus means any document which invites deposits from the public or invites offer from the public to purchase shares of debentures or the company. It's like advertising that you are selling shares and you are inviting investment for your business. So investments are not free. The company in turn will have to share the profits with the shareholders. Okay, so filing of prospectus, it's like a advertisement given by the company. So it has to first file it with the registrar of company. The registrar of company should approve on this prospectus. Okay, then the third one is appointment of bankers, brokers and underwriters. Now bankers are the person who receives application money. So once this prospectus is being released, you feel that this company will do good, so you want to invest in the particular company, then you apply, like apply for colleges. You just have to get the prospectus and pay the application money. Okay, and then only you will be getting the seat in that particular college. Like that, for a company also, initial public offering, you need to apply for the shares, so you need to pay the application money. That money will be collected in that particular banker's account. Okay, it's a company should open a separate bank account for that. The money will be collected there. And then the broker is to encourage the public to apply for the shares and sell them to the public. Broker is the person who is actually doing some extra advertisement for you. So they encourage the public to apply for shares and sell them to the public. So it's like purchasing and selling, it's encouraging that. The third one is underwriters. Underwriters are persons who undertake to buy the shares if they are not subscribed by the public, receive commission for their service. See, underwriters, if suppose for example, if the company is unable to sell the shares, so it can take up the services of underwriters. Underwriters are the person, okay, look, we will help you, we will take up the shares, you don't worry about it, we will purchase your shares so that you can commence your business without any problem, for which you need to pay me commission, for pay us commission in fact. So this is the service of underwriters. Many times they save the company from the checkpoint of minimum subscription. You remember minimum subscription, at least 90% of the shares issue price of the shares need to be subscribed by the public. If 90% not reached, so the remaining percentage not reached will be purchased by the underwriters. Underwriters later on will sell those shares to some other persons. Okay, some other person later on. Okay, so the third step is appointment of bankers, brokers and underwriters. The fourth one is reaching the minimum subscription. 90% of the issue amount to be subscribed by the public. This is to prevent companies from commencing business with inadequate resources. It is provided that a company must receive the amount of minimum subscription in cash within 120 days from the date of issue. Okay, so this is a key point. They have to receive the minimum subscription in cash within 120 days from the date of issue. If minimum subscription not received, allotment cannot be made and the application money received must be returned to the applicants within next 10 days. Okay, so that is 130 days from the date of issue. So if minimum subscription is not received, allotment cannot be made and the application money received must be returned, okay, to the applicants within the next 10 days, that is 130 days from the date of issue. So for your easy understanding, I have just prepared this thing. So it just explains the previous slide. That is minimum subscription. Suppose issue date is 1/4/2020. Just imagine issue date is 1/4/2020. Public company has issued shares. 90% of the minimum subscription should be received within 120 days in cash from the date of issue. That is 1/4 120 days kulla we should have received 90% of the subscription, 90% of the issue. If they have received within that time span, no problem, the company can proceed with the allotment. If no, it has not received, then it has to return the application money, okay, within 10 days, that is August 9. So if I've calculated 1/4/2020, 120 days, I'm getting July 30. Okay, so 90% of the minimum subscription should be received within July 30. If it is not received, then within 10 days they have to return that money, okay, to the public whoever is subscribed the shares. So this is one big process for any company. Okay, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's a big process. So once this is over, what happens, successfully this is over, then the next step will be application to stock exchange. It is necessary for a public company to get its shares listed on the stock exchange within 10 weeks from the date of closure of subscription list. அதாவது ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்சில் they have to apply and get their shares listed on a stock exchange within 10 weeks from the date of closure of subscription list. Initially when they are doing initial public offering, they are not listed in the stock exchange. Once the company has sold out its shares, that is it has reached minimum subscription and there is an overwhelming response, then the stock exchange, they have to approach the stock exchange, that is NSE or BSE, and list their shares in the stock market within 10 weeks from the date of closure of the subscription list, or the allotment shall become void. That means allotment is not to be done, it is not legal. Okay, consequently all money received from the applicant to be returned within 8 days. So this is a very important step. So capital subscription, you can see the sixth step is allotment of shares. Only after doing all these steps, the allotment of shares can be made. See, allotment letter has to be issued to the shareholders. The name and address of the shareholders and the number of shares allotted to each is submitted to the registrar of company within 30 days of the allotment in a statement called as return of allotment. Okay, so this step is very important. The name and address of the shareholders. See, only after applying, after seeing minimum subscription, after getting yourself listed, the company share listed in the stock exchange, then only the allotment letter is to be sent. At this stage only the shareholders are really called as the person whoever is willing to invest and who have sent their application money are real shareholders. So once this allotment process is successfully over, the name and address of the shareholders and the number of shares allotted to each shareholder is submitted to the registrar of company within 30 days of allotment in a statement called as return of allotment. So this is very, very important. So I've just given this summary of capital subscription. You can see first is SEBI approval, second one is filing of prospectus. After filing of prospectus, you have the appointment of bankers, brokers and underwriters, then checking for minimum subscription. After that, you have application to the stock exchange, then you have the allotment of shares. So these are the points, and please look into the inside or interior aspects of each point. It's really very important to know the dates the time limit that's been given, because it is law. You have to abide by the law. You cannot change the days. Say for example 120 days it's given, no, in the minimum subscription. You cannot change that to any other days. Similarly 90 percentage, this is given by the SEBI. So you cannot change it to anything else. And also these steps within 8 days, please do not change it. You have to remember these points. Okay, there's no other option. Law needs to be remembered. It's like that. Okay, so now you need to remember all these points. See, register of once this allotment is over, they have to submit this number of shares, this name and address details to the registrar within 30 days of the allotment, in the statement called as what, return of allotment. So these are all some important points that you need to remember. So summary of capital subscription. The next point we have to look into is the commencement of business. See, public company has to obtain the certificate of commencement of business. See, only then the public company can commence business. The document that needs to be filed is declaration of meeting minimum subscription. That is, it is like saying that we have met the minimum subscription, we have achieved the minimum subscription. The second one is declaration that all directors paid cash for shares allotted. This is one important declaration, that sometimes what happens is that directors will be there but they wouldn't have paid cash for the shares that is being allotted. So that should not be the case. So at a separate declaration that all directors have paid cash for the shares allotted to them. Then the third one is declaration that no money being payable to applicants because of the failure of the company to obtain permission from the stock exchange. See, declaration that no money being payable to applicants because of the failure of the company to obtain permission from the stock exchange. Um, this one is very essential. It says that no money is pending to be returned to the applicants. Everything is been transferred to the allotment money, and because of the failure of the company to obtain permission from the stock exchange. So permissions from the stock exchange is also important. And then you have statutory declaration that the above requirement have to be compiled. This statutory declaration is signed by the directors or secretary of the company. So these are the documents that needs to be submitted for getting this certificate of commencement of business. Once this is done, with this certificate the company can legally start doing business. Okay, and then you have I told you that we will look into what is authorized and paid up capital. Authorized capital is like this bottle. Okay, you have a person touching the bottle, and paid up capital is a liquid filled into the bottle. Okay, so you need water to live, like you need paid up capital to run any business. Okay, so authorized capital is water tank and paid up capital is the water. So you can understand this better nanikira. So the authorized capital is generally the maximum amount of money the company can raise over its lifetime. So you need not raise the entire money today itself. You will raise as the business progresses, right? Right now you would have required only 20 percentage of the authorized capital or 30 percentage of the authorized capital. That is called as paid up capital. Okay, so for this detail I just want to close this session. I thank you all. Please make sure that you look into the video. Take notes, that's very important. Don't change the number of days. The procedure, everything needs to be according to the law, so do not change those things. Thank you class. I'll see you in the next video.